God. Oh. I'm going to sleep, man. Oh, shut up. Alright, so it's like 3 p.m. in the afternoon, and for some reason, this time around, I'm feeling like the most jet-lagged I've ever felt after international travel, which is weird because this is like, I think like the third or fourth time I've been to Asia. I never felt any type of jet lag at all. I guess it's because I couldn't sleep on the flight this time. That has something to do with it. But, oh boy, I just feel like I got hit like a truck. And I feel like it's just one of those days where I am just going to sleep all day. But first, we're going to go get some Pokemon and talk about something that I talked about before, but it's back, and I'm back, which means we have a conversation, so let's get into it. Alright, well, before we get to the fun stuff, Giratina is going to be the first and last, it's the wrong team, it's the right team, going to be the first and last raid of the day. Now this is probably going to piss a lot of people off, it pissed me off at least, but in Singapore, the raids start at 6 a.m. and don't end until 9 p.m. Meanwhile, in the US, and I'm assuming other parts of the world, the raids end at 6. So, I guess Niantic believes that people are more responsible down in that part of the world, but Niantic needs to get their stuff together and change that, because we've been complaining about raids ending too early for a long time now. 6 p.m., 7 p.m. is not long enough. You need to extend raids to 9, maybe 10 p.m. 11 p.m., 12, I can understand that, but to end them at 6 p.m. or 7 p.m., to have that hard stop at 7 p.m., it doesn't work for a lot of people. Maybe it works for Niantic, but it doesn't work for a lot of people. They need to understand that. Anyway, enough ranting. Giratina, what do we got here? 2040? I have no idea what that IV is, but I got literally 0 rare candies from that raid. That is ridiculous. This is basically all I do these raids for, are rare candies. This wasn't even the raid I wanted to start off. I wanted Latios, but Giratina ruined that. At least we got it with the second ball. And I have eggs hatching. Alright, while we're stuck here, while we're at this spot, Purdue is not shiny, doesn't really matter, but because why not? Oh god, that's horrible. That's just bad. Could you have been shiny? Is it even any good? Ain't bad. We got a star. And that's it. Alright, I have 3 shiny Baneri checks. Never mind. I guess I have my actually no, I have hatched 3 eggs. I think the Baneries hatched an egg. So I have 3 chances in here. I have 3 chances just hanging out in my research. Alright, let's get to the fun stuff. So GoFest tickets are on sale once again. And technically they're not on sale, because that's incorrect. you have to win a lottery to have a chance to purchase them. Very interesting and bold. Can't even talk today. Bold move by Niantic, but there's a very love and hate side of me for this raffle, this drawing that Niantic is incorporating here. So head into the drawing, and this drawing is live now up until tomorrow, I believe 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. In fact, I'm going to double check that. PDT, so I think that's Pacific Time or whatever that is. I'm EST, so 7 a.m. PDT is the end of the raffle. So there's going to be an events tab on your Pokemon Go screen, which you should all be able to see, and it'll list the type of event that you can enter the drawing for, and then you have to enter an email, but the email doesn't have to be associated with the Pokemon Go account, which I thought was quite peculiar, but you enter your email address in the app, and then you will receive an email notification. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go sign up for this raffle right now, because I haven't done it, because I just got home, and then I fell asleep. I should still be sleeping now, but for some reason I'm awake. I don't know how. I'm totally jet lagged, but we're going to enter this drawing, and I guess we're going to do it together, so you guys have an idea of how this goes, and wish me luck, wish you luck, I guess. So if you want to enter GoFest, or if you want to have a chance to buy a ticket, this is what you got to do. There's an events tab up here, and it takes you to a little web page, and you have to enter the drawing, and Chicago, Illinois, July 13th, actually June 13th. Now, what I do like about this is, I feel like this is a system that gives everybody a chance, but this also eliminates the possibility of you potentially getting a ticket anyway. So, what I mean is, a lot of people, due to this being a virtual ticket this time around, a lot of people are going to be screwed out of this. Now, there's going to be people that win, and there's going to be a lot of people that get screwed. That's just how this is going to work. In any raffle, any drawing, people get screwed, people win. But I do like the fact that you can give other tickets to your friends. Now, they have to be great friends within the system, but then again, how many great friends does somebody have? Say somebody doesn't have a lot of great friends, then they're screwed outright. Or say maybe none of their friends want a ticket, or maybe people have priority over others. So maybe one of my great friends managed to get one, and then that great friend bought 4 tickets for other people. There's so many ways that you can be unfortunately missed out. And with this, there's no possibility of getting a ticket. Like, if you do not win this raffle, or if somebody you know does not win this, you are totally out. And I can understand how a lot of people are angry from last year and the year previous with, ticket scrapplers. Scapplers? It's scapplers or scrapplers? I think it's scapplers. I got roasted in the comments last year because I was saying this word incorrectly. I think it's scapplers, but whatever. If you want to correct me, correct me. But the one positive, if there was one positive about scapplers, was that even if you didn't win, you had a chance. With this new system, you have absolutely no chance if you do not win, practically. But at least if you had the money, and if you were desperate enough, you could go. You could go to GoFest. In fact, I remember the 2016 year, the first year, my channel was in its infancy in 2016. I had no videos up. I was working on like my pre videos around that time. And I was willing to pay like $340 for a GoFest ticket. I was that desperate. I really wanted to go. Fortunately, I ended up winning a ticket. So just like the day before I was going to make that transaction, I ended up canceling it. The sun is winding down. I'm losing light. That's unfortunate, but I did end up canceling that. But I was desperate enough to pay well over the price for the GoFest ticket. But even people that are desperate enough for a ticket, it's not even possible. Like, there's absolutely no way you can get a ticket unless you are lucky. And I do like the aspect that if people don't all claim the tickets in the first wave, it kind of rolls over. So you may still have a chance up until, like, I guess, like the last week. I guess that could get really crazy, but also, I think the tickets are too cheap. I feel like they should be like $50 or $60. I don't think they should be $25, but fly just flew straight in my face. You have to take into account the amount of press this game gets. I don't think you guys understand how much press that Niantic and this game gets on a daily basis. It's kind of insane if you look at it, but I could see the press right now. I can see the media. This game is sworn by the media. Media cannot get enough of covering this game for whatever reason. And I can see them, I can see the articles right now. Oh, Niantic screwing over their fans. Too expensive. Go Fest tickets too expensive. People can't afford them. $50, $60. What happened to $24? I can see those articles like with a blink of an eye. They will be all over the internet. So I can understand Niantic not wanting any bad press for keeping the tickets $20 to $35. I'm split. The last 2 years, I was bailed out by 2 different people. I hope to get lucky this year. I hope maybe if one of my great friends ends up winning a ticket, I hope they can cover me. And of course, I will pay them back. But yeah, we're really all behind the 8 ball this year, which is very nerve-wracking, but very exciting at the same time. But I feel like we have a lot more of a chance to get these tickets this year, that's a positive, you know? So looking at it from that perspective, fingers crossed, and best of luck. Oh, like, gotta cross my fingers. Best of luck to everybody. See how this goes. So this is not even considering the Veneries that I have transferred. These are all the Veneries I've tapped on. A lot of people say they click the Pokemon. It's a cell phone. You're tapping on the Pokemon. You're not clicking on it. But this is even considering all the Veneries that I've transferred. I am due for a shiny Veneri. Thank you very much. Okay, but all right, we got 2 in. What? That's an execute. That is not what I wanted. See, I have been tortured with this. Literally tortured with this for the whole week. 1. Watch. None of these are gonna be shiny. I haven't checked these. Nope. That's like, what? 512? 513? Okay, I know what you've been thinking. I know exactly what you've been contemplating, and I know what you've been posting on the internet. Do people with alts, people with multiple accounts, have an advantage in this ticket drawing? And I feel like every single sign points to yes, it has to give them advantage. If you have more eggs in your basket for you in a drawing, say I have 50 eggs. 50 eggs in a basket, every person gets 1 egg. All right, well, if I somehow have 10, 12 eggs all for me in that basket, I'm most likely gonna win. Niantic has not addressed that, and a lot of people are right. Niantic needs to address that, you know, there are a lot of people with alternate accounts that are gonna be putting in multiple chances for them to win, or that allows them to win. Which, I feel like that is the biggest and the only exploit in this plan. This plan, I think, is nearly perfect if it weren't for people having multiple accounts. And am I going off and saying make multiple accounts to gain yourself an advantage? No, I'm not. No, absolutely not. Because I don't want people saying, oh, Julian says make multiple accounts. Oh, it's violating terms of service. Oh my God. No. Make your 1 account and enter the drawing. if you think you can win. Now, here's my problem with this. People who know that they are not going to be there, if you know that you're not going to be at this event, if you know that you either cannot make the travel, or if you don't have the time, or if it's not in your scheduling, do not enter this raffle. Do not do it. Because you're gonna screw over people that are ready and willing to make the trip to Chicago. And the other thing is, I really don't understand why so many people have their hotels booked and their flights booked and then are salty when they find out that they may not be able to get a ticket. If you're gonna book a flight and book a hotel to go to the event, that's one thing. But you can't do it expecting to get a ticket, because unless you're a very specific individual, whether you're working for Niantic, you're not going to be guaranteed an entrance into this event. And that's the way it's always been. So, I mean, I feel for those that have already spent the money and have booked flights and hotels, but don't expect to be able to participate in the in-game activities. If you want to be there to meet other trainers, that's awesome. I personally haven't booked anything. If there's no way I'm gonna get a ticket into the event and play the game the way I want to play it, I don't feel like I should go. I don't want to go to an event that I can't participate in. That's just me. I'm hoping that I can get a ticket within the next couple days, but you know, it's highly unlikely that I'll win. I've never actually purchased a GoFest ticket. People have purchased them for me. So, I don't know. With this system, I'm more likely to get a GoFest ticket, but nothing's guaranteed. And you have to realize that. That's just the reality of the popularity and the demands of these Pokemon Go events. There's just so much demand, and there's just limited supply. It's economics. So, that being said, yes, people with alts, people with 10, 12. That guy in Taiwan that's on his bicycle with 50 freaking iPhones, with 50 phones or whatever, he's got a huge advantage. But you know what? Unless he actually plans on making the flight down to Chicago and then making the hotel room, he shouldn't be entering. Wait for GoFest Asia. I mean, of course, that guy doesn't watch my videos, but, you know. Just, if you are watching, that's my stick towards you, specifically. And it's a very interesting scenario to be in, where we're literally all of us are behind an 8 ball right now. And some are gonna be ecstatic, and some are gonna be depressed. Some are gonna be over the moon, some people are gonna be crushed. And that's just the way the cookie crumbles when there's excessively high demand and not enough supply. Best of luck to all that are entering the GoFest 2019 drawing. Hope to see you there. Alright, so that's the video. Thank you so much for checking it out. And there's a Soul Rock right here. I guess I'll tap that. It's not shiny, although Soul Rock can be shiny. But I gotta admit, I'm nervous this year. I'm a little more nervous than previous years, but I think I have a chance. I mean, everybody has a chance, but it's a very low chance. I have a chance, but very low chance. But we'll see how it shakes out. I mean, I feel like worst comes to worst, if you're desperate enough, you could, like, say somebody ends up winning on like an alt that they don't use, and then they register you for that, maybe. Or if worst comes to worst, you can just buy that alternate account. And then once you buy that alt account, just, I guess, trade the shinies between the two accounts. So get your other phone, if you have another phone, and then trade those shinies over to your main account. Because what is the capital of these events? What are we going for? For me, it's not unknowns anymore. I have the unknown badge. I'm done with unknowns. To me, it's shinies and it's regionals. And those are pretty critical regional. Pachirisu. So if I end up going to Chicago and getting Pachirisu in my Pokedex, that means I only have one more regional. I have just one more regional. And that's going to be, I believe, Chatot in Australia. So that's pretty big. That's a pretty big deal. And it's interesting because the last 2 years I went, we got 2 different regionals, Haircross, but that was my Pokedex Haircross, and then I got my Pokedex Torkoal at GoFest Chicago last year. So it's gonna be pretty interesting. So I'm gonna catch this Jigglypuff, and I'm gonna go evolve my shiny Scyther that I surprise hatched in Singapore. So we're gonna get into that in just a second. In fact, that's what I think's gonna happen. I think people are gonna be like buying accounts like crazy. So like people are gonna be like, wait, did your alt account win? Let me buy your alt account so I can play the game. So I can play the GoFest. Like people are gonna do that. In fact, maybe people can, you know, buy tickets for their other alt accounts that they may have involved friendship with. There's gonna be a lot of account swapping within the next few days. I can guarantee you that. That's the only way, really. It's literally the only way. Unless you have to buy someone's account that has a winning ticket. That's pretty much the only way you can do it, because it's a virtual ticket. Anyway, to each his own. If you want to, I guess, if you're desperate enough, if you want to buy an account that has the winning ticket on it, and then just trade your other stuff to your main account, you can do that. To me, that's not how I want to do it at all. Because then I don't get the Stardust, I don't get candies, I don't get the other rewards that otherwise I would have, you know, if my account had been selected for the event. So, without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and evolve, to finish off this video, this Scyther that I hatched. Why is it like that? I hatched this shiny Scyther, 1484 CP. IVs are horrible, but it doesn't really matter. I have like 13 or 14 metal coats, which is interesting. Also, this lighting is pretty nice. But, alright, I have 13 or 14 metal coats, and I'm definitely going to be powering this up, for sure. And we're going in, so this is going to be a shiny Scyther evolution. And what I like about this is the tint there. That is just awesome. And I'm gonna be powering this up and posting this in gyms for sure. So 1650, I'm gonna probably get a max at like 2,500 just to see. But this is a rare shiny. All right, guys. Well, it's super dark around here. Super rare shiny. It's dark out here. Time for me to head out. Edit this. Best of luck to everybody for the GoFest ticket lottery. Again, this is the first event you gotta win a lottery to actually be a part of, to even have a chance to buy a ticket for. You have to win a lottery. That's insane, but good luck.